What is up, guys? It is the One Prodigy or Prodigy Vlogs, and today I'm gonna be bringing you guys a cool, interesting idea. Something that I was laying in bed and I was like, well, why not? I'm kind of stuck on what I want to put out there. Like, I know I want to do vlogs and things like that, but sometimes it's hard to get enough footage to like make a quality vlog. As often as I would like to. I do have a lot of other stuff in the works. My next upload's already set and everything like that. Like, I have future uploads already put up and ready to go. I have a lot of good ideas. So just stay tuned for that. But today is gonna be something else that I thought of. I was just laying down and I was like, well, what is something that could bring more of an audience to understand me and understand me as a content creator? Like, what can I do to help you guys feel that connection to me? I don't know why, but I was just like, well, what if I just tell them stories about my life? Like, what if I find something that was interesting enough, people will want to listen to me talk about it? I don't know, the first thing that came to mind, because I know there's a lot of people that are like my age, or a lot of people that want to do something like what I did, and I think I'm gonna talk about today my experience from graduating high school in Cleveland, Ohio, and moving all the way to California on my own to pursue an acting degree in school. So I think it's going to be really interesting. Around that time when I left, it was, I don't know, I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of mixed emotions, so I think that's why it's going to be interesting. Let's get right into it. So I think I've said this in a past vlog before. I'm 19 years old. I graduated high school like over a year ago now. Time has gone by so fast, but I graduated high school about a year ago. I went to school in Cleveland, which is where I stay right now. And I don't know what it was, but once I reached around 11th grade, I knew that performing is what I want to do, acting, especially in front of the camera, all of that stuff I found so interesting. I found voice acting so interesting. So I reached 11th grade and that's when I kind of know this is what I want to do. By the time that I got to 12th grade, everyone's asking you in 12th grade, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to go to school? What career do you want to have for the rest of your life? What do you want to do every day for the rest of your life? And you have to decide that at 18. Senior year comes around and that's what I have. My feeling is acting. A lot of people are undecided, but I was set. This is what I wanted to do. I don't know, it just it was a complete chance that I looked up schools. I've never seen an audition going on in Cleveland for a school, so I always thought that I'd have to travel. I go on there and the first thing that pulls up is the school that I went to for a year, AMDA in Los Angeles, right in the middle of Hollywood, right by Capitol Records. They were having auditions a month after my birthday, the month after my 18th birthday in Cleveland. So I couldn't take that opportunity and just throw it away. I paid to get the application fee turned in my application, did all this paperwork, all the college stuff, which I could talk about later because that's a long process for no reason, really. It's just a super long process. I did all that stuff, I turned in my application, they ended up scheduling my audition. To be honest, there was just so much stuff going on because I was in senior year that I didn't really practice my monologues, so I had to do two monologues, two contrasting ones. I think I did, it's been a while since I thought about my monologues. Okay, so I did two monologues, two different ones, two contrasting ones that had to be 2 minutes in length. I got that prepared, I memorized them, and then for 3 weeks I didn't practice them. For 3 weeks, I didn't practice them at all. So the audition finally comes around. I'm nervous because there's actually quite a bit of people there. That was my second major audition that I've ever done. And it's still super nerve-wracking regardless of how many times that you do it. No matter what, it'll always be super nerve-wracking. So I finally get there, I do the audition, and I think that I did really well. There was 5 or 6 other acting people that were auditioning, and the rest of them were dance or musical theater, because that's what my school does, dance, musical theater, and acting. Well, my old school. So all of those people are there. I think I did pretty well. And let's just fast forward because I don't hear from the school for a long time. So it's 3 weeks before I hear from them again, and I'm calling them consistently. What is going on? What am I gonna do? am I going to school with you guys? I pay all these fees, like I paid a housing fee, a semester fee. I'm preparing like to go out there. I couldn't get a loan by the deadline. And that happened for 9 times. That could be a whole different story, but that's a whole process. It took me 9 times of applying for a loan from 9 different people in order to get one. So I finally get the loan, because this is a story about me going to California. I finally get the loan. It starts to come around the time when it's like, I need to go. It's starting to reach that time where I have to prepare and make sure that I'm ready to go. It's me and my sister's dad who raised me, Fitch. He's like my dad. We ended up like planning on going together. This was like my second time so far away, because I went to California when I was in 11th grade, and now I was graduating and I was ready to go. Like I got accepted, I bought the plane tickets, I packed all of our luggage, paid for all that stuff, paid for stuff, you know, so that I'm out there and I'll have like bedding and, you know, pots and pans and all that stuff. You know, I had a bunch of money saved up, so we finally get to the day of me supposed to like actually leave. It's like a day that's filled with so many different emotions, because you're sad that you're leaving so many people behind you, like in the place that you grew up in. Like this is all you know in the world, is you got this little section, like this is what you know, and now I'm going to this whole section right here where I don't know anyone, I don't know anything really about the area that I'm going to. It was an emotional day, regardless if it was just like sad emotions or good emotions. We planned a family breakfast, which includes like all of my friends too. So there was like 12 of us or something like that went into this little family restaurant called Gabe's, which if you're from Cleveland and you live around like the Denison, Old Brooklyn area, you probably know about Gabe's. But it's a really good spot. So we all went there and had like a good breakfast. I had, my flight was at like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. or something like that. So we didn't have very long, because you want to be at the airport like 2 or 3 hours before. Like we all met there, we had a good breakfast. I mean, it was so good. I had all my stuff already packed and ready to go pretty much, because I planned on like all of my friends were gonna come to the airport with me, and my mom drove me. Like my family, like my mom and me are not the closest, but I'd still, because I knew I was going. I was so scared to like be exploring this side of the world by myself, but I was so excited that I just like got over the fact that we weren't that close at the time. Going all the way across the country is just something that changes your ideas and like your mindset. So we finally get to the point where we're done eating and we gotta go to the actual airport. It's like one of those movie moments where it's just like sad, and you get out the car and you're about to check in your bags, go through security and all that stuff. So all of my friends are there, everything like that. My mom is there. It turns into a really emotional moment at that point in time, because all of my friends are like just standing in front of the airport waiting for me to go, and I know that I'm not going to see them for like a year. Like that's crazy, because those are the people that I grew up with, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to wake up and just hang out with them or just, you know, do all that stuff. And I didn't have like, I sold my PlayStation and all that stuff, so I didn't have any way to like us doing something together. Like it was one of those like crazy moments. I even got a picture of them like all across the window, and if I have it, I'll throw it up right here. Yeah, so they were like all across the window. I had to go because like we were at breakfast for way too long. So I finally get through security, and it's me and Fetch. We're like, whoa, this is like really happening. This is like, we're leaving, we're going to California. Like, wow. We sit there for probably like an hour before we start to board. I love airplane rides. So we get on, and it's a gorgeous airplane ride all the way there. It's like no clouds, nothing like that. It was right through the middle of the day. It was just like gorgeous. It just set a really good vibe for the whole thing, because it still is terrifying, you know, leaving like that. We finally land, and this is like, it's the weirdest thing ever, but whenever I landed in California, like I knew like this is where I'm supposed to be. I just had that feeling. I still can't explain it, but like I know California is where I am meant to be. You know, there's never, I don't know. It's just one of those feelings I can't explain it, but California is where I'm meant to be. We finally land there, and it's sunset. So I don't know about those people who have been to LAX, but like the way that they set up the runways is like the sun is perfectly there. So we landed and we get out, and like there's this giant waiting area while people are waiting to board their planes. You could see this huge window. I'm talking huge. And there's just the sun there. I remember it so clearly. Like, I knew this is where I'm meant to be. Like, I know I will flourish here. I did. Like, I love California more than anything. We finally land there, and we got there 3 days before I had to move into my actual dorm. So we were staying at the Hollywood Hostel Walk of Fame. I had no clue how to get there or anything like that. It was actually pretty funny because I had to call my school and ask them, like, yo, like, how do you get around this city? Because I didn't know about Uber and Lyft and all that stuff when I lived in Cleveland because I never used them. I figure out there's like a shuttle that goes directly around the corner. Well, not like directly around the corner, but like 15-minute walk from where I was staying. We get on there, we finally get to the hostel. There's like a bunch of complications because apparently like you have to have proof that you're leaving in order to stay there. But we were able to just give them Fitch's ticket, tell them like he's leaving but I'm staying here. So we ended up being able to like settle that. We were staying right across from like where the metro station is on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Hollywood and Highland Mall, it's like right next to Hollywood and Highland Mall, and there's like a hostel. We were right across the street. So we were like in an awesome location, and I don't know, at that point in time, like I knew I was terrified of everything that was gonna come, but I was getting ready to move into college, and I was already across the country, and I knew I was going to be here for a long time. It just, like, it felt like home already. It felt like home in that, like, short amount of time, because I had, like, an hour, it was like an hour shuttle all the way to the area where we went, and I just had that time to just think. I don't know, I knew that was where I was supposed to go. That's pretty much the story of me going all the way across the country to California to pursue school. Actually moving in and all that stuff can be another story because that was all interesting as well, like my orientation and everything like that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I enjoyed telling the story. It's something that is such a huge part of my life, so I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing that. There's a lot of cool content that should be coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me understand that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm making, and I mean, who wouldn't want to know that they're making people enjoy stuff? Yeah, until next time, guys. I'll see you guys later, you sexy beasts.